Hi, welcome back to the channel. This week we're going to attempt to rebuild or recreate the legendary VB1 bass synthesizer from Steinberg. So here it is in all its tiny glory. So sorry for those at the back, you'll just have to keep squinting. So it does actually sound quite good after all these years. So good in fact that it's used in a lot of Darkpsy tracks for bass lines still to this day. So I've just created a little bit of a patch here with it. Let's play this back just with a kick so you know what we're listening to. So it does sound good, but as you can tell, it is nothing special in terms of the sound. It's really just a saw wave. So that should be relatively easy to recreate in Serum. Now before I get started, I should point out there's going to be no null testing or scientific analysis or anything like that. I'm just going for the feel. So if anyone says it sounds different, that's absolutely fine. As I said, I'm not going for a one-for-one. I'm just replicating the vibe of it. So let's open up Serum and see how far we can get in recreating that. The first thing we're going to do is check VB1 on an oscilloscope. So we'll open up Oscillos. So as you can see, it's a downward saw. There's a little bit of a doodah in the middle there. I don't actually think that makes that much of a difference, so I'm going to ignore that and just focus on the downward saw. And Serum, very simple downward saw. If we go back and listen to VB1, you can hear it's very bright and very pluggy. So to that end, let's add a filter. We're going to go for MG Low 6 because, as I said, it's quite bright. Turn it down. And then let's add a envelope 2 to that. You can also hear the attack is very quick. So if we turn the attack and the filter down to 0, so this is the main envelope for the filter. I still think it needs a lot more attack though. So let's use a third envelope. Let's also assign this one to the filter, but this is going to be a much shorter. Again, attack down to 0. Let's go sustain all the way down. Decay, let's go really short. Let's go 132. Still much brighter. So what we can do now is add a EQ. Let's assign the gain of that to envelope 3. We'll put it on a shelf, which it already is. Dial this up a bit. So now we have the envelope controlling the gain of the EQ. So if we play this back, you'll see the high shelf bounce in time with the envelope. attack all the way down, sustain down, resonance down, turn the mono button on, I think I want to add a macro to the EQ there. So let's put this on macro 1. Let's call this attack. So now when I turn this macro up, this takes effect. Or down, nothing is happening. Let's put another macro on the decay time. Turn this down. I think in VB1 speak that was called release. So let's change this to release. Turn the random phase down, obviously. Should have done it at the start. Going back to VB1, we can see there's the control for what they call damper. So essentially that's the brightness. So you turn it all the way up or down. So you turn it down or up, it gets brighter. So if we add let's add a damper control here on macro 4. Let's add a filter. Now I want 12, I don't want it too bright, but I also don't want it too dark, so 12 is a good one. Let's assign the cutoff. Have a listen. So at the moment with the filter, with the damper down, it's doing nothing. We turn it up and makes it a bit darker. Now the next thing we need to do, if we go back to VB1, oscilloscope, and if we play with the shape here, we notice that it goes from very much a saw to basically a sine wave. And then up here it's horrible, it's useless. So I'm going to ignore that and put the range from the saw to the sine. So back to Serum. Let's go to the wavetable, add another one. We're going to do single sine. Have a look at the phase. We have the downward saw, then the sine is the other way around. So let's flip that. Polarity invert. Now we can do morph crossfade. So now morphing between them, we go from the saw into the sine. I don't want it to ever be a full sine though. That's a bit too much. Instead, I think I want to stop it around there somewhere. So let's play this back and find where we like it. We need to map the macro to wavetable position, turn it down, turn it up on the macro to maximum, and then we will adjust the maximum point on the wavetable position as we play this back. I think about there sounds right. So we saw, and then the sine kind of one. So this is how it sounds now. And if we put AB to the original. Actually the new Serum one is a lot cleaner, I think. And actually I think I much prefer it. It sounds quite good. Let's play back Serum. that sounds really quite good. And very much a similar feel. So there we have it, a Serum bass patch, very heavily inspired by VB1. So, hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.